After 3 years of marriage to my wife, Daisy, I have not only gained a new family, but also a deep love for some Mexican traditions that she brought into the marriage. Now, these are coming from my experiences with Daisy and her family, and they're coming from Monterrey, Nuevo León, Mexico. These definitely won't be like every Mexican's traditions ever. Tradition! 10 points if you know what I'm referencing, and put it in the comments below. Just like with my own family traditions, a few of the ones that Daisy has brought into our marriage manifest around the holidays. One of those is around Christmas time. Daisy and her family gather together and they start reciting a Catholic prayer that lasts quite a while. It seems like it's like 20 to 30 minutes long or something. And they recite it, and I'm not an expert with Catholic religion, but the prayer goes to like the saints or to the Virgin Mary. It's asking for, blessings and thanking. And I won't act like I understand everything in the prayer because they do say it pretty fast, but they do repeat it over and over. So I'm able to catch little bits and pieces every year. And this year we're gonna be spending Christmas again with her family down in McAllen. So I'll document it better this year and try to get more of the words out of it. I think one of the reasons I love that one so much is it's different from my own Christmas traditions growing up with my family. I really like that giving of gratitude and asking for blessings for like a big, event like Christmas, a big holiday. It kind of just makes you get in the right frame of mind, before opening gifts. Another one around Christmas time, so it's very related to this, is tamales. I never knew that tamales were such a celebratory meal. I mean, like, it doesn't have to be, of course. Everybody loves tamales any time of the year. It's especially like a Christmas tradition in Daisy's family. And so it's like, well, Christmas is coming, who's gonna get the tamales ready, And for me, it just has become something that I can add to the list of things that I'm looking forward to at Christmas time. Something that I don't think I've ever mentioned before either is around New Year's, well, not around New Year's, on New Year's Eve, right when the clock strikes 12, there's a big tradition to eat 12 grapes before the end of that first minute of the new year. So you've got 60 seconds basically. But before you put the grape in your mouth, you've gotta kind of state something that you're hoping for the year or wishing for. An example could be like, I am so healthy this year. And you hurry and eat the grape. I don't know, I just pretended to eat the grape. You eat the grape, and then you hurry and do that 11 more times, like I said, in 60 seconds, and going through different desires or wishes. And I don't know, it's just kind of fun. There's always a slight risk of choking, but as far as I know, nobody's choked yet. So, but yeah, that's kind of a fun one around New Year's. Another favorite of mine is the Day of the Dead celebrations, or I guess it's more like a memorial. It's the focusing on and honoring of those in the family who've passed away, honoring their life, remembering them. You build them an altar of sorts, like up against the wall, and put little details about their life, like maybe their favorite food or pictures of them. You might visit their grave site and decorate that as well. The sharing of stories, music, and also the pan de muerto, which is a traditional bread that's cooked and eaten around that time. But I really love it because it's a celebration, not a mourning of loved ones that have gone. It's generally pretty upbeat and a time of reflection for those special people. Another tradition really strong in Daisy's family is Sunday mornings, but more towards lunch side. So I guess you could say Sunday brunches. When everybody wakes up, which might be, later in the day, depending on the evening before, is to get up and go get barbacoa. And barbacoa, I've talked about this before, but it's kind of a mixture of parts of a cow's head and especially the tongue, and it's all kind of mixed together and you make little tacos out of it. For some reason, it makes great breakfast tacos and everybody loves it and everybody looks forward to it on Sunday mornings. There's the tradition of greeting everyone in the room when you arrive to like a get together, or even if someone's just been gone at work, they arrive and this is the first time that they've seen everybody in the family for the day or whatever. You go up and greet them, give them a little hug, a little kiss on the cheek. And then again, when you go to leave, you get to do that same thing with everyone. I don't know, I've just had times in my life at get-togethers or whatnot where you're just like, who is that at the party, you know, or did you see so-and-so? No, like, oh, they're gone. Like, oh, we didn't even get to say hi. Like, you know, this kind of eliminates all that, and this is kind of nice because it helps put names with faces, and it helps you at least feel like you had some sort of contact with everybody in the room, even though you might not spend the whole time talking with everybody. Up next, let's talk about birthdays. Birthdays are quite the celebration in Mexico. It doesn't matter if you're a kid, if you're an adult. Just a couple weeks ago, one of Daisy's sisters, the one that's right under her in age, she let us know that she's having a birthday party, and that I think she's turning like 23 or 24, and she let us know that there's gonna be a theme for the birthday party. And the theme of the birthday, I kid you not, is corn. The theme of the birthday party is corn, and I love it. I'm so excited. It's like very Mexican. I'm not exactly sure what all is gonna entail. I'm definitely gonna bring popcorn to it. I'm sure there's gonna be elotes. I've heard rumors that people are gonna have like clothing with corn and whatnot. So that'll be so fun. That's coming up in November. But that just kind of highlights the big deal that it can be for even the adults. I don't know, I've had birthdays in my life where it's just like, well, I'm pretty excited about my birthday, but I'm also an adult now. Like maybe I shouldn't be, you know, maybe I should just play it chill, play it cool. But it's like, no, Mexicans lean into it, and it's like your excuse to have things as you want and have a really good time. Up next, I love that the tradition of dancing is just alive and well in Mexico. There's dancing everywhere, and it's not just the women, it's the men too. They just start from an early age and just get better and better at it, and Daisy's trying to help me in that department. I remember like the first week I met Daisy, we actually went to a wedding together of one of her friends. The music started and people started dancing. Daisy was like, come on, let's dance. And I was like, okay, you know, and so we danced for like a song or two, and I was like, well, that was fun, like, thanks, you know, like, I think I'm gonna go sit down now. And she's like, what? No, it's just getting started. And she literally continued to dance like every single song, and I was just like, I can't do this anymore. It just was so different for me. I did try my best to stay out there as long as I could. There was actually one song that I knew. It was a Bee Gees song that was playing. But yeah, poor Daisy was probably pretty disappointed learning that I, you know, just didn't know too much about dancing, and she got me to stop snapping my fingers. That was something that I was doing. She's like, that looks really old-fashioned. You probably shouldn't do that. I was like, okay. But I'm slowly learning. She did teach me a few moves to bachata, which was really fun, just some of the basics. It's kind of intimidating actually, because just everyone can dance so well, and I'm trying. It's just gonna take a lot more practice. But with the music blasting and the dancing, it just brings a special energy that I love. So 3 years into marriage, and these traditions are slowly starting to become a part of me as well. And I'm very glad that our son Dalen is getting to be raised with both cultures. And I'm hoping he gets to have the best traditions of both worlds. And I wouldn't trade that for anything. So I don't know if there's anyone watching that has married into a different culture as well. But if there is, and you feel like sharing, you should let me know what are some traditions that you've fallen in love with. Let me know in the comments. I'd be glad to read them. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one.